Alright guys, so it's here, the Nova C40, brand new all-in-one Android TV projector from Ultimea. Let's do a quick unboxing and then I'll guide you through the specs. We're not going to waste a lot of time here. This is all you get in the box. User manual, extended warranty card, a standard remote control with direct buttons to Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video and Disney. This one should be Netflix certified, so we're going to put that to the test. You need to supply your own AAA batteries, and we have our Google Assistant there, one HDMI cable and power lead. Of course, the Nova C40 here. This one comes with this gimbal, meaning you can tilt it like that. HDR10 HLGD on the front. Of course, we got our lens. This should be our speakers. On this side we got some ventilation. On the back, power in, USB in, HDMI, AV port, headphone jack, infrared receiver. On this side more ventilation, and that's basically it. Wow, I believe this is more ventilation as well. And on the top here we have our power button. Let me just check one thing, guys. Yeah, we do have a tripod mount at the base. Again, gimbal base. We got this satin finish in gray, which I like. This should be the infrared receiver and the camera for the autofocus as well. We have our Ultimea logo there at the base. The material, I believe it's all plastic, but it does look good. Without any further ado, let's take it to the living room. Let's see what this projector is all about. And before anything else, let me just show you this. You can even point it to the ceiling, and as soon as you do that, it will autofocus and it will auto keystone adjust on its own. Let me just move it this way, let's say that way, and straight away it will adjust it on its own, so you don't need to worry about that. If for some reason it struggles to adjust the focus, there's also a manual focus here that you can do. Of course, currently we are very close to the wall. I'm going to push it back for our tests, but you get the idea, so you can move it anywhere you want. Pretty cool stuff. Like so. One of the big advantages of this projector is of course this gimbal. And yeah guys, you don't need to add any TV box, so Android 11 built in, Android TV, so quite cool. Alright guys, so let's put it to the test. Here we are. I've got the projector here on the tripod because it has that tripod mount, quite handy. This is the distance of projection and how big the screen is. So as you can see, pretty big. Let's get closer to the screen. In this case, a normal wall painted in white. You can replicate this at home. As we normally do with these tests, we see that these corners on these budget units get a bit blurry, but looking at this one, guys, you can clearly see subscribe there, like on the red dot, and on the other side, let's have a look. You can clearly see share and subscribe there on the yellow dot. It does look pretty sharp, this unit, to me. This one 600 NC lumens, autofocus, auto keystone adjustment. Of course you can manually, like I mentioned, adjust the focus, but this one, guys, looks pretty good. Look at the URL there. These thicker lines and these thin lines look pretty sharp to me. Let's move on to this side, and you can see the scale of grays, pure black all the way to pure white there. In terms of the basic colors, they look pretty good as well so far. This is a good representation. I always try to use this clip on this type of tests we do here on the channel. Yeah guys, I'm very impressed with this. Let's move on. Now let's have a look at some basic colors. Careful, the screen will flash. Pure white, yeah, the black was good as well. Let's pause here, one of the colors, this case red, and another test we normally do is to see if this type of projectors tend to get those edges there a little bit darker, and It's the case with this one ever so slightly. You can see that the corner there, it's a bit darker, but it's not too noticeable. Some of these units you can see like a very highlight there on the middle, but that's not the case. On the green color here, guys, you cannot tell that. It looks very uniform to me. Skin tones here, you can see the details on the eye and eyelashes. Wow. On this black and white photo, you can see the sky is not overexposed, and on some darker areas there, it looks pretty good as well. Let's get closer to the wall. So this is, guys, as a comparison, see how big the screen is at the moment, and this is just a white wall, nothing special. And yeah, there's a lot of details you can see there on the picture. Let's watch another clip. In this case, we're watching this in 4K, where we're gonna see some darker areas, some highlights as well. This one you can see the shadow area there and the highlights of the sky. You can see everything. Yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think about this unit. I picked some of these clips so you guys can see darker areas and lighter areas at the same time in the same clip. Here is a very dark scene, but I think is coping quite well. Let's have a look if we see any motion blur, and let's get closer. Yeah, guys, there's not a lot. And really quick, let me show this spreadsheet, see if we can use it in the classroom. And I would say for sure this is sharp enough. I would say, yeah, for sure, you can use it in the classroom. Even the corners are on focus there. And before we move to Netflix, let's see how this projector copes when the lights are on. So let me turn these ones on, step back a little bit. So far, so good. We do have this one on and the one exactly like that behind me. So let me push it further a little bit. Let's turn this one on, and yeah, of course, you're gonna lose a lot of contrast, but guys, I thought that would be worse. Of course, this is not ideal, but even so, in the bright room you can see it. Of course, be aware that you're gonna lose a lot of contrast, and this happens with all the projectors, not just these cheap units. Let's turn this off and this off. Yeah, wow, what a difference. That will give us an opportunity to test our lux meter here. This is not the proper way to test the lux, but we do this with all the projectors here on the channel. We put it on the white spot there, and we see the value that we get. We have 100, so this way we can compare with some other units. In terms of numbers, it's not as bright as the Ultimea Poseidon E40. I'm going to do a comparison of these two, so stay tuned for that. Open Netflix.
Opening Netflix.
Yeah, as you can see, Google Assistant. Yeah, so we have certified Netflix. We're going to see it in full HD, 1080p without any issues. A proper way to watch movies on the big screen with quality. As you can see, the quality is there. Sound-wise, sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna test that in a minute. No issues whatsoever, plays really well, so yeah, thumbs up for that. And as we've seen before, we can pick 4K for YouTube, 60 FPS. Bear in mind that this projector supports HDR10, HLG, etc. Check the specs on the link that I'm going to leave below, and of course check the current price. As you can see here, no frames drop, nothing. Yeah, this projector is powerful enough to play these 4K clips on YouTube without any issues. It was quite good swapping between clips as well. Yeah guys, so far there's not a lot of negatives with this projector. So in terms of OS, AndroidTV OS version 11 in this case, and from my experience it looks pretty responsive. This is what can pre-install with the projector apart from IDA64 and DRM info. So basically you got the Google apps, Netflix and Prime Video already installed in the projector from factory. So there's not a lot, which I like. And this is normal OS TV, so you got your recommendation from Netflix, Prime Video, Google Play, and other bits. Of course, you got the Google Play Store where you can download a lot of apps. It's not as comprehensive as the normal Google Play Store. This is for the Android TV, but nevertheless, guys, you got a lot. In terms of fan noise, guys, this is not the quietest projector, it's not the loudest, but you can definitely hear the fan, so I'm going to be quiet for a while. I have got my decibel meter here, so let's have a look at that. Yeah, guys, we are right next to the fan. The microphone is right next to the fan, and hopefully you can hear me whispering and you can hear the noise of the fan, which in this case is not too loud, but I think this is a good example. Next, let's play some music. Let's see how the speakers built in this projector. In this case, we have two 5-watt speakers. To be honest, this is not the loudest one, but in terms of quality, sounds pretty good. This projector also supports Chromecast. And pretty fast as well, as you can see. Yeah, guys, Chromecast built in. Pretty cool, nice and fast, so yeah, thumbs up for that. Okay, let's test some files from an external hard drive, in this case just a USB stick. Let's start with the heavy one. And yeah, it's playing, alright. This clip has no sound, but it did play a .ts file. 1080p should play without any issues. Yeah. 4K. Audio codec not supported. Let's test this one. 96 FPS not supported as well. You can hear the sound but no image. Yeah, normally these projectors are quite picky. Let's have a look at this H.265 60 FPS. And yeah, this one is playing alright. This Samsung clip is quite heavy as well, and yeah, wow, it's playing. I'm surprised. And the colors, yeah, look at that. Guys, please be aware that I'm not paid for this review. They just sent me the projector to review. Of course, I get to keep it, but they won't see this video, my review, in advance, so these are my own thoughts. This is not paid again, yeah. And last one, 70 megabits, 60 FPS, 4K clip, and again, it's playing very well, guys. So 4K is supported in this projector. HDR is also supported, and the sound is synced with an image. Sometimes these heavy clips, you get a bit of that. The sound is not synced with the image, which is not the case. Yeah, guys, so far I'm enjoying this projector a lot. I don't have a lot of negative things to say. Probably the fan could be ever so slightly quieter, but as soon as you're playing something, you won't hear it, unless it's pretty quiet. Having Google Widevine Level 1 is a very positive point. Of course, another main feature is that gimbal that you can point to the ceiling and watch a film in the bedroom, for example. Apart from that, in terms of colors, sharpness and functions, this project is quite comprehensive. Android TV, Google Assistant, etc. Yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, click the like button, and please, guys, consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much for your support. Like always, thank you very much for watching, and hope I can see you all in the next one.